66 million years ago, long before the first human carved symbols into stone, before pyramids or cities, there reigned a creature that would define power for all ages to come, Tyrannosaurus Rex. But the story of the Rex the King did not begin with dominant. It began in the shadows, a humble lineage scrabbling through the underbrush of the mid, often prey rather than predator. The earliest ancestors of T-Rex were small, feathered, and swift. One such ancestor, the long Paradoxus, lived over 125 million years ago in what is now northeastern China. It was no larger than a dog, covered in primitive feathers, and relied on speed and cunning to survive. Yet within this modest frame lay the blueprints of royalty. As millions of years passed, the Tyrannosaur lineage grew in stature and strength. From DeLong came Uranus, nearly 30 feet long, and feathered like a monstrous bird, a predator capable of hunting in cold climates. Its discovery challenged everything paleontologists believed about dinosaur thermo. This transitional form revealed that even giants might have worn plumage. Crossing from Asia to North America via ancient land bridges, the Tyrannosaur family diversified. Evolution sculpted them through time like wind-shaped stone. Some tyrannosaurs adapted to forested environments, some to plains, but all began refining the traits that would culminate in T-Rex. Binocular vision, bone-crushing jaws, and a powerful, balanced frame. Then, about 68 million years ago, in what we now call the Hell Creek Formation, the monarch emerged. Not through miracle, but through a relentless accumulation of evolutionary advantages. The skull of Tyrannosaurus Rex was over 5 feet long. Each tooth, a serrated dagger. Its senses, especially vision and smell, were among the most refined of any creature in its time. But it wasn't just physical might that crowned TR. It was the strategy, the efficiency, and perhaps the intelligence. T-Rex didn't appear suddenly, nor was it the product of chaos. It was nature's answer to the question of perfect terrestrial predation. To understand T-Rex, one must begin with its bones to silence storytellers of its life. Fossils do not speak in words, but in proportions, in fractures, in patterns of where. The anatomy of T-Rex was not merely a suit of armor or a set of weapons. It was a living machine, honed by survival. Its jaw delivered up to 12,800 pounds of pressure, strong enough to crush the pelvis of a hadrous. But more than raw force, T-Rex had precision. CT scans of fossilized skulls show complex sinus systems, reducing weight and allowing for stronger muscle attachments. The nasal passages suggest an extraordinary sense of smell. Some estimate it could detect prey miles away. T-Rex eyes faced forward, offering binocular vision. This depth perception gave it an advantage in hunting, but also in navigating complex environments. Its brain, though not massive, was specialized. Enlarged olfactory bulbs, developed optic lobes, and cerebral folds hint at more than just instinct. It suggests problem-solving. Yet for all its might, T-Rex bore limitations. Its arms, infamously small, were not useless. They were extremely strong and possibly used for holding mates or prey. But in truth, the body had evolved beyond the need for them. The jaws did what the arms no longer had to. Its gait was bipedal but not built for endurance. T-Rex was not a sprinter. It was an ambush. Muscles in its tail acted as counterweights, giving balance and force to its stride. Fossil trackways showed deliberate, powerful steps, not chaotic charges. This was not a monster, not a fantasy. It was real, and it was terrifyingly efficient. In the fading days of the Cretaceous, North America was split by an inland sea. To the west, lush floodplains stretched from Montana to Mexico. Here, the empire of the Rex flourished. The Hell Creek ecosystem was vibrant. Triceratops herds moved across the plains like bison. Ankylosaurs lumbered through forests, armored and wary. Pterosaur shadows flitted through the skies, and tiny mammals burrowed beneath the roots. And always, somewhere nearby, was T-Rex. Fossil evidence shows a thriving population. Juvenile T-Rexes may have filled different ecological roles than adult, more agile, possibly acting as pack hunters or This age-based niche partitioning allowed for dominance without competition within the species itself. T-Rex likely hunted large prey but also scavenged. Healed bite marks on herbivores suggested attacked living animals. But coprolites containing crushed bone indicate it fed opportunistically as well. It was not above stealing kills from smaller predators like dromaeosaurids, or even preying on them. Its roar, if it roared at all, would have been low and guttural, not the high-pitched screech of Hollywood. Studies of vocal anatomy in modern reptiles suggest infrasound vibrations felt more than heard. It ruled not just by strength, but by presence, a symbol of the ecosystem itself. The end came suddenly, not just for T-Rex, but for nearly all of Earth's The Chicxulub asteroid, 6 miles wide, struck the peninsula with a force of 10 billion Hiroshima bombs. Firestorms, tsunamis, and a global blackout followed. T-Rex likely survived the initial impact, but the plants died. The herbivores starved. And finally, the apex predators fell. The fossil record at Hell Creek ends abruptly. The last known T-Rex specimen, nicknamed Scotty, lived a hard life with injuries, bone disease, and massive size. It may have been one of the final kings. And yet, the story does not end there. Birds, descended from smaller theropods, survived. Within every robin or crow, some whisper of Tyrannosaurus lingers. We look at fossils now not with fear, but with awe. T-Rex was real. It walked, hunted, and ruled. And for a brief, brilliant moment, it was nature's answer to perfection. And though its bones lie buried, its legend towers still a king, crowned by time, lost to cataclysm, yet never forgotten. Despite over a century of study, T-Rex continues to reveal secrets. Beneath the surface of its fossilized remains lie biochemical clues, traces of soft tissue, and molecular whispers from a vanished world. In 2005, scientists discovered preserved collagen proteins inside a T-Rex femur, an astonishing find that suggested ancient biomolecules could endure deep time. The discovery challenged assumptions and opened new doors in paleontology. Some scientists now speculate about the possibility of cloning or genetic revival, though this remains firmly in the realm of science fiction. Still, the idea that DNA fragments might survive gives fuel to dreams once thought impossible. Could a drop of time be coaxed back into life? T-Rex is also rewriting our understanding of dinosaur parenting. Fossilized nests and juvenile bone beds suggest some theropods, possibly including T-Rex relatives, may have engaged in brood care. Could the apex predator have once been a tender guardian? The juxtaposition defies our expectations. The more we learn, the less we know. Each discovery uncovers new mysteries, and T-Rex, far from being a static relic, becomes a living puzzle, its pieces scattered across millions of years, waiting to be assembled by the curious. No dinosaur looms larger in the public imagination than T-Rex. From its early depiction as a lizard-like brute in the 1900s to its reimagining as a feathered, agile killer, it reflects more than science. It mirrors our fears, our aspirations, our myths. Hollywood turned it into a monster. Museums enshrined it as royalty. Children adore it. Artists reinterpret it endlessly. What is it about this creature that enthralls us? Perhaps it's the balance of power and vulnerability, the irony of such strength undone by a cosmic accident, or the symbolism a ruler lost to time, yet immortal in memory. In truth, T-Rex has become more than extinct biology. It's a canvas upon which we paint our cultural dreams. And in every telling, whether documentary or fiction, we resurrect it, not just in form, but in meaning. Ecologically, T-Rex was both a sculptor and a sentinel. It shaped its environment by removing the weak, the sick, the slow. Its presence kept populations in balance. Its absence left ripples. Predators like T-Rex do not exist in isolation. They are the keystones of their ecosystems. Remove the top predator, and the entire structure trembles. This is as true today with lions or sharks as it was with T-Rex. By studying its role, we better understand the intricate dance of survival. We see how power can stabilize, not just destroy. T-Rex teaches us that balance comes not from peace, but from dynamic tension. Though extinct, T-Rex lives on in ways science could never have predicted. Its fossilized bones travel the world and exhibits. Its image graces toys, stamps, and cinema screens. Its story continues to evolve, shaped by each new discovery. And perhaps that is the final truth. Extinction is not the end, not when memory endures. Tyrannosaurus Rex, the last king, has achieved a second reign not of flesh and blood, but of imagination. In the minds of millions, it still walks, it still hunts, it still rules. Long live the king.